Today we're going to be talking about persecution. Yeah, that topic. This is for every chosen that's out there, or anyone really, dealing with any type of persecution or rights that are being gang stalked, anything like that. I wrote the book on it, on getting gang stalked uh, and dealing with it. I have a total of, so you'll know my credentials for being stalked correctly, are in order. I have a total of 10 computers, all of them crashed. I have at least 21 phones I've gone through in the last year. On top of that, I've had 5 Facebook pages, um, 2 failed relationships, and I've had so many other things go crazily awry in my life that is insane. So when I say I know all about persecution and people messing with you, I completely and totally and utterly understand. Now, let's get into it, shall we? Number one, if you've been noticing gang stalking, this is when you have a group of people that have been making it blatantly obvious that they are circling your traveling circles in close loops. For me, it was within 5 seconds of each other. Blatantly obvious. This was not paranoia, and this was not happy coincidence, so to speak. So, with that, there's, let's see here. What else did I deal with? Oh, yes. There's the ransacking of your house. That's always a good old fun one. Uh, let's see here. Last dwelling I had, the last dwelling, my place of residence was torn apart on a daily basis. There was not without the unique and wonderful pleasure of having uh, fiberglass thrown in our bedding and see here what else we did I like to do. Put needles sometimes in your bedding or your clothes. There was hi. There was also the what was the other favorite that they did? Oh yeah, they used to piss in our drinking water. Yeah, that's pretty nasty. They used to go into our sterno hot stove and they would rip all the wiring out, so they'd have to rewire that every day. Man, that sucked. Uh, Eventually, my fiance couldn't take it anymore and she offed herself. And I had to cut her down. So when I say I've been through the ringer, I mean it. There's not one situation that you can tell me that God was not with me every second of the way. And I'm only reason I'm here right now is because I went inward and I found out. So, with that said, when people are messing with your relationships, when people are messing with your lives, the best thing you can do, the very best, is go with Him. And what I mean by that is do your shadow work, keep it cool, and understand one inalienable truth. The only permanence is change. And truth, no matter how much they lie or try to smear your name, as long as you act correctly and you hold fast to your ideals, you will be vindicated eventually. And you will shine out all the brighter. And that is another reason why I've created this channel, because I want to help other people who might be going through it. Uh, this is a free space where I can reply to your comments and whatnot. So if any of you are having a hard time, voice your concerns. Maybe I can help you out. I'm not saying I know everything. I'm 43, but I've been through quite a number of experiences, and I'm pretty sure if I don't know the answer, I can probably direct you to someone who might. Short of that, there is a growing anxiety with a lot of chosen out there that I've noticed. They think everything has to be now. No. What needs to happen right now for any chosen that knows they're chosen is they need to do their inner work, connect, and make a full-time connection with God. Surrender your own will with what you want and what you think should happen, and let Him take over. Okay? And the reason why I say that is because I thought I could handle it. But until the spiritual attacks started happening, without God, you don't got to pray. Not pray. Now, here's a fun one for you. If a tree falls in the forest, does it make a sound? It does. Just because people think that God doesn't do anything right then in that moment doesn't mean He's not going to do anything. He's waiting for your little guests to clown you, stalk you, do anything they can do to be nasty. And when they've gotten to the point where He just is ready to just unload on them, that's when they'll hang themselves. And God will guide you to remain humble and quiet and let Him handle the situation. And you will find more often than not, most of your enemies will tell on themselves. And a lot of people will just start seeing them for exactly who they are and seeing who you are. Who are you really? And me, I'm a fully aligned, self-aligned Gemini. I have merged both thought, heart, soul together. I have been given sight to see through the spiritual veil. And there's another little thing called soul sight you might want to look into. I touch on it in a lot of my videos. That's all I'm going to say about it. But it can help you out, for sure. Dealing with your persecutors, they're going to ransack your house. None of them are going to confront you outright. And the reason why is because 99.9% of them are full-on cowards. Because it took a group of them to come after one of you.
They want to smell your face.
And for them, a whole group to come after one person, half the time I look at them and I think, should have brought more people. That's a cold, hard fact. That's facts. I understand having to set traps around your home because you're paranoid, or living on the street because you're not sure who's coming at you. I understand having strangers yell at you for no reason other than trying to gaslight you. I understand it being an international thing that has happened. I understand that too. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I cannot explain the depth and level for I don't know, the last 6 years I've gone through this. And I mean, mean, even with your friends, they'll make separate pages and stuff like that you've never created, have nothing to do with, no correlation, but they'll use your email, and you'll have no idea. So yes, I completely understand. I understand what that's like, and I fully sympathize and empathize with you. But even when that happens, go within and remember who you are and what you have, because you know what you've done, you know what you haven't done. And when we deal with that, eventually they're going to tell on themselves. And who's going to be left smelling like a white mushroom? Because they never deserved my presence in the first place. It's Pyro Gaming. How you doing? So, that's kind of funny, actually. I actually do pyromancing, which is out of Oracle Park out here. Every now and I spin and breathe fire. I used to teach fencing and broadsword, but that's like back in my earlier years. However, should anybody want to ever go one-on-one with me as far as any instruction, if there's something you need help with, I'll be more than happy. And what I'm going to teach you today is aligning with the cube of Metatron. This will help you align with your Godhead. You understand? There's your higher self, and then there's your super core, Godhead, which is inside that. The only way you're going to get there is making friends with your shadow side. And that takes a long time to cultivate that relationship and that friendship with your shadow. And once you have that, and you have a fully aligned conscious mind and subconscious mind, you then can ask it permission to take you there. And it will take you there. You're going to get tested. And you got to reject whatever the test is. You'll know what it is. For me, it was everything I ever wanted. I had to remember the reason why I came there. Okay? Now, once you do that, you then have developed, and past that test, you develop a relationship with your Godhead. Then, crystal prisms. Get a candle. Like so. Get your diaphragmatic. Now, it's really interesting to do this while you're walking, because that's something I've been experimenting with. This has insane results. So you might like this. Now, diaphragmatic breathing is where you belly breathe, where you put one hand behind your back, make sure you're straight, breathe here. Hold it for 7 seconds, exhale it for 7, inhale for 4. Through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Now imagine golden light going in through your nose and feeling your heart space, center, filling that up with golden light. Then imagine those light spaces forming a cube around your body. Now take that cube and then take your crown, top, right here, and project your attention straight up, using with your third eye awake. Once you have done that, and you can do all that in unison, you will be given full view of your third eye. And you can create your own reality. You can bend rules as you wish, or so please. And you will be amazed at the results that you get. This is for chosens that need help getting to that other place. They're really struggling with it. This is not a cheat code, and this isn't something you can do if you haven't done the work. I highly advise against it if you have not done the work. Because the shadow side will tear you up and spit you out. Okay? Woo! Man, that was good. Good. Anybody else feel that? You fucking feel that? This is what I mean by energy work. That was intense. Very intense. Dealing with people. Seek seclusion when you can, when you need silence. When you're tired, rest. If you have an addiction, believe me, I'm the king of addiction. I know addiction very well. Kick it. It's not going to help you. It ain't. Okay. Weed is good. Weed is fine. But short of that, I'm a smoker. I smoke cigarettes. Yeah, I've done coke. I've done heroin before. I've done uppers, downers, hallucinogens, you name it. I still love mushrooms and I still love my weed. I don't think I'll ever stop it. But that's for separate purposes. Now, these cost a whole $9.95 to $12.95 on Amazon. They're awesome. The other reason is you can make a rainbow. Now, have you ever wanted to practice your manifestation power? Try to make a rainbow in the sky. Know that you can do it. Tell yourself you can do it while you're envisioning it. And say you'd love to see one. And I'm borrowing this from another manifestor. This is where I learned it from. She's on one of my followers on my page, but she's very good at what she does. When you say you want to make a rainbow sky or you'd love to see one, tell the universe that you don't have a need to see it. There's a difference between want, right here, wanting something from the heart, and needing. When you say you don't need, that means you're releasing. You're allowing that want to release that tension, that resistance. And by breaking that resistance, go about your day after that and see if you see something in the sky. You'd be surprised. Children are actually better at manifesting than adults because most adults have to untrain their mind for all the programming that we deal with on day bullshit. To anyone who is chosen and is trying to heal someone, I recommend to you first heal yourself. Because anything we try to do manifest-wise must start want to do something out there, start here. If you want love, peace, and joy, love, peace, and joy must live here. If you want understanding and compassion must live here. If you want discernment must live here. It is non-negotiable. It is not up for debate. It is not a cheat. It is a cold, hard fact of life. Something must be done, undertaken. You have to do the work in order to get the prize. And that, my friends, don't worry about someone trying to act like they're a chosen or not. Because here's the thing. Comparison is the thief of joy. Okay? I can give a shit about what someone else says or does. Let them do it. God will sort them out in the end. That's not my problem. But when you start aligning with God, He's going to give you abilities. Okay. You'll see soul sight. As I said, I mentioned that before. That is like one of the best abilities I've ever heard of. That's the ability to look right into someone's soul and know exactly who they are, what they're about, and what they fucking want. It's eye-opening. And when you start to see the veil shift and your vision, your actual vision starts blurring, that's when it gets crazy. Because you have to discern between what is real and what is not. Because you see like 4 or 5 different versions of something in different dimensions. And it's nutty. But remember, all dimensions are linear. That means all side by side. So if you want to shift to reality or go to a different one for already chosen, choose that. Choose it here first, and it will be reflected. So I hope this helps someone. I felt compelled to get on, and I was told by on high to share this message. You will be vindicated. Heaven's ruling will be swift. Some will be destroyed. Some will be made to be your lackey. Some will be made to just watch. But you will be vindicated, my friends. Namaste. Goodbye.